authentic conversations about ourselves and our community, exploring topics that uplift and inspire us. From personal growth to social change. So grab your teacup and get ready to join the conversation. We are live. Hey, Tea Talk Tribers. It's your girl, Tanisha Talks Teas, and I am live this afternoon. How are all my Tea Talk Tribers? Okay, let me know down in the chat if you can hear me and see me. We are live on all streaming platforms. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Twitch. And hey, Facebook. So y'all see the title, right? Today we got a show on Give Grace or Are You a Dating Waste of Time? So we got a black man up here, okay, who says that he went from dating real biological women to trans women, okay, because real women are not giving him the desired outcomes that he's seeking. Let's listen. Okay, so I don't know why I'll be having to adjust my camera. Okay, I'm better. I'm in the view now.
Interviews out here with another one. So we got my guy out here today. How you doing today, man?
Hey, what's happening, y'all?
Thank good. So you've been asking to interview for a while.
For quite a while.
And I actually been wanting to interview you, right? Because you got a little personality, man. You turned up every time I see you. So okay, first and foremost, are you homeless?
Well, yeah, at the moment right now, I am. I just came from filling out my application for my apartment.
Okay.
So, you know.
How old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay, we're going to sip this tea. Already coming in hot, right? The guy's homeless. So this is the Atlanta Street Interviews. I'm going to be going over here, paying some homage to this channel, and, you know, putting it on my Give Grace, Crash Out, or Dating Waste shows. So y'all show some love to him over at Atlanta Street Interviews. So, yeah. Already this guy is homeless, right? So not, you know, putting out something that would be like, you know, a jab. No, you see what I'm saying? Unfortunate circumstances do happen to the best of us. That's a dating red flag for some women. We do got some women that do accept the homosexuals. A homosexual is a man that will be with a woman because she has a place to live. Okay, so I'm wondering, you know, why he homeless? Because if he is, you know, just displaying some characteristics of being able to not have ED, a lot of y'all women will take this guy in. So, yeah, but however, that may be a reason why he's having some dating issues because he has not a stable place to live.
45. You look great, man.
Hey,
you look great.
man.
You look younger than me, man. All right, so 45.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been homeless?
Right now, since April.
Since April? What happened in
April
April
this
that
year.
caused you to become?
Well, me and my ex didn't see eye to eye, so, you know, things kind of went sour.
How long have y'all been together?
7 years.
7 years? You got kids?
No.
Okay. You have no kids?
No. My ex is a trans. Trans.
Whoa! So he's still coming in hot. Okay, he said his ex is a transsexual person. A transsexual person is a person that no longer wants to live in the skin that they're in and take on other traits and characteristics of the opposite sex, being a man or a woman. Okay, that's what a transsexual is. Okay, so he says that his ex he was with for 7 years was a transsexual. Okay, I'm not going to spill this tea because I got a lot of tea on this. I see this is going to be a very informational live. Nonetheless, in 7 years, sir, you did have stability. You didn't save up enough for a hotel room or anything. What were we doing in the entire 7 years that you were with your ex-partner who happened to be a transsexual? No judgment there, you know. Still, nonetheless, what were you doing? You didn't manage to even save up enough for a hotel room. So whatever y'all were going through, the other partner had the upper say so in whether or not you had a roof over your head. And at your age, 55 or however old he said he was, that's completely unacceptable.
Gender. Yeah, she transgender.
Oh, wow.
What's up, YouTube? Guys, I have been overwhelmed with requests to help guys mastermind. In the mastermind conversation, cost is $40 invest. So click the link. Now look Sunday. Now back to the content.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear that.
Well, you know, I'm a real person.
I ain't mad at that. Okay.
I ain't got no reason to lie about who I am and what I do in life.
I ain't mad at that. So, okay, so y'all have been together 7 years.
Yeah.
What caused y'all to break up?
Well, when she found out her ex passed, she stopped taking her medications and she was like, forget about me and just stop doing a whole lot of stuff.
Medications for what? What was
like
the medication?
HIV, for HIV.
Okay.
Oh my God. So I can now see why the dating pool is filled with boo-boo. A lot of our men are dating men with HIV. So I want y'all to be very aware of this person that's up on the live today. He has dealt with people that are of the opposite sex, but transitioning, however have you, into, performing at the level of another sex that do have HIV and not currently on their medication. Does it look like this snug is using prophylactics? I doubt it. Okay, let's keep the show rolling. This is Tanisha Talks Teas up on this Thursday afternoon. Become a Tea Talk triber. You'll love it here. Just simply like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you never miss a chance to give live interactions to the content.
And it really hurt me real bad because I tried to stick with her even though, she was grieving her ex, but it seemed like I couldn't do nothing to get her back. So,
how long had that grieving process been going before?
Well, about 2 years.
So it was about 2 years before you decided to end it. So it got to the point to
where I couldn't take care of her. She couldn't take care of herself. And her parents were like, man, it's time to go on. So they put her in a care home or something. And then I ended back up out here on the street.
A care home for like people with HIV and stuff?
Yeah, like what you call that, hospice, close to hospice.
Okay, wow.
Being on hospice.
So
she basically couldn't do nothing for herself.
Right.
Let me get this understood. So his past lover, that was is a trans person, man into woman, got off of their HIV medication because of a trauma experience of an ex. So while they were with him, okay, for 7 years, their ex died, and they grieved so much that they put their self into remission. Or is it remission? No, not remission. Into a state of where they started degressing. There we go. Okay. Why do you think after that situation went on, he stayed? Drop it down in the chat. I have a good idea why. He had nowhere else to go.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It hurt me real bad because I put a lot of love, time, sweat, and patience.
How old
attention.
is your ex?
40.
Okay, 40. Okay.
No, she's 42 now.
42.
Because we was like 2 years apart.
Okay.
She was born 83 and I was born 80.
Okay, 80s babies. Shout us 80s babies out, man. All right. Okay. So, all right. How long had you been like dealing with trans and stuff like that?
For about 5 years now. you know.
Well, you say
kinda,
7 years because you say y'all.
No, we was together 7 years.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm gonna say really started dealing with them about 5 years ago.
But you say y'all was together
see.
7 years.
When it was, I'm gonna say 2000.
Was that the first trans you dealt with?
No. Well, yeah, that was the first trans I dealt with, but I've been gay for a long time now.
Okay.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some T's in it. How do you be with a trans person not clearly understanding the timeline, 5 to 7 years? However, you weren't dabbling around with men. I think he was trying to allude to trying to get us to believe that's what the case was, but you've been homosexual for a long time. Two things can be true. You've been dabbling with the trans side of lifestyle living, and you've been gay for a long time. Drop those teacups down in the chat. We are doing a reaction video to a man that says he went from real women to trans women because real women just were not giving him the desired outcome. Come to find out, he's already been actually attracted to men a lot, throughout his life.
Okay, so
I just really opened up.
Okay,
and
so
let people know that, hey, this is my life.
How long had you been living closeted or whatever?
I'm gonna say from about 18, so I was 18 till 24.
Okay, so 18 to 24. What happened at 24 that made you come on out?
I got tired of my girls. Supposedly my friends cheating with my girls. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna just be gay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just said.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, let's unpack that. He got tired of his friends dealing with the women that he was dealing with. At 18. Now, we all know at 18, that is an age where we're just starting to really come into understanding more about, where we want to kind of fit in socially, economically, physically, mentally, and emotionally, right? With our social groups and, things like that. At 18 years old, you decided that natural born women were worth not pursuing any longer, because at that young, tender age, the girls that you were with, pursuing and having situations and relationships with, were cheating on you, which is something that teenagers do. That was a pivotal point for you to say, I'm so tragically traumatized that I want to go now and date a man. What the hell is the world coming to? There should be no reason whatsoever that those should be deciding factors whether or not you change your actual desire or want for your life, because especially at that age, teenagers are going to do things like that. Those are going to be some of the behaviors that teenagers do. You shouldn't really hold teenagers accountable for things like being faithful. Because at that age, they're still processing what it means to even move and understand what it means to even try to connect with another person. So being faithful is not something that you should use to move you in that, way. That's a monumental thing to do. Go from dating women to now dating men because at 18 your girlfriends were cheating on you. I can't make this up. Today we are doing a live reaction video to a man that says he went from dating women at the age of 18 to going to dating men because his girlfriends kept cheating on him. Drop the teacups in the chat, like and subscribe.
So were you gay before that? Like,
when I got out of DFACS, my cousin was gay, and he was in a gay relationship, and they was always talking and honest with each other, and anybody tried to do this. I didn't see nobody cheat. In the gay world, I didn't think they would cheat on each other.
Okay.
But when I started being open, it was a different story. So I was like, shit.
Okay. Being faithful is not a actual thing. Okay, that's not based on whether or not you are in a heterosexual relationship or a heterosexual relationship. That's based on the person, sir. So you became a switch hitter because you thought also that if you were with a man that is the most commonly, gender to desire others in relationships. I don't even understand what I'm listening to, but I'm listening. And I'm trying to unpack it. I'm trying to pour this tea for y'all. Look, I'm a tea talk triber today. You'll love it here.
I could have gave another woman a chance, but since I'm here now, ain't no changing.
So are you saying that at 18 you wasn't gay?
I was curious.
Okay, but you was dealing with women.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, I kind of like had feelings for them.
Had feelings
men
for
that look like women.
Okay, so you had feelings for like trans looking.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm trying to figure out is the reason that you say that you became gay.
I just said, well, what I'm
dealing
saying
with women is because
I stopped dealing with women. Period.
And that was because they was cheating on you.
Yeah. I didn't think trans or gay people were cheating on people.
I'm very sorry to hear this, because unfortunately this man has been misguided and, not shown any real dynamics of people. He said his cousin, right, was like one of the only examples that he got to know what a relationship really was. I don't know if his mother and father had any type of, time showing him what, it could look like to be in a heterosexual relationship. Grandma, auntie, nobody could show this man when he was a young brother what it could possibly look like to pursue a fulfilled relationship with a woman. And then he got this skewered thought process from seeing his gay cousin with a man and thought, boom, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm concerned about, why we are not using our instinctual internal understanding of who we are as human beings anymore. We are now all these actual things that people are putting labels on to say for, however they want to carry out um stranger things. And so I'm just concerned, but I can tell you this for sure. My children will always be understanding and informed of, the world in which that they live in and the world that is around them, so that they can know without being influenced by being shown the wrong thing first, and not being able to trust their instinctual, um you know natural effects and feelings of their true self. Okay, and I encourage everyone else to do the same.
Because the people I was around, I didn't see no.
You didn't see infidelity
Yeah,
amongst the
none of that.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
But amongst the heterosexual
Yeah.
women, they was.
Now-
Why do you think they was cheating with your friends?
Well, no. I have no idea.
You never asked her.
Yeah, I have.
Well,
But
what
it
was the
like,
response?
I don't know. Why I did that?
So this happened multiple times?
Yeah, multiple times.
Jeez.
Multiple times. People that I
How would
thought
you
was-
find out?
Well, one lady, one of my exes, I called them under the bleachers. Like, we was in a group home,
Mm-hmm.
and I called her and my best friend under the bleachers. And the act.
What?
Yeah. I called him in the act.
What was your response?
I was like, dude, really? Oh, man, they ain't mean too, man. So you just slipped up and I
Got
was
up
like,
in the
man, fuck
cootie
it.
cat.
So I gave him a chance. I gave a couple more. I'm like, man.
How did the other ones? How did you find out any of the other ones?
Well, like I said, we in a close. It's not a real close corner, but it's not hard to find out shit when
Right.
people, stab you in the back.
Would
Hey,
you
man, I
hear
saw-
about it, or did
Yeah,
you?
people would tell you. People
Okay,
tell me.
so it was another incident where you ran up on it type deal.
No. One time I
Okay.
did, and a couple of times it was like, hey man, so and so, and all this and that. So when I left DFAX, I was like, man, I didn't get in no relationship, period. But then I started messing with me,
Huh. Okay, so
and it was like real emotions, real feelings involved.
and this is with men.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
some of them did whatever I asked them to do.
So were you the more masculine one
Yeah,
or
I'm
whatever?
on top.
Okay, so you were the more masculine, and
So he's saying he the one giving it. He ain't the one getting it. Now, I don't know how much I believe this guy. Chad said, what type of time this dude on? Yeah, we're trying to pour this tea and see. That he can be the more. I really want to try to unpack understanding where he might be coming from, even though I'm already traumatized my dang self from the fact that he went from just having experiences as an 18-year-old with his girlfriends cheating on him to wanting to now pursue men. Because that's a very young age to say women, all the way cannot and will never ever, I can never trust women again at 18 years old, and say for that reason I want to now, explore men. He did say that he always was curious to, kind of fool around with the other, with the same ex, sex. So, yeah. But he's saying that he can be the more dominant one. So when there's two men together, I know men take hormones to give them more estrogen and to come off more feminine. Can they completely extract their masculinity from their DNA to not express that any longer when they're dealing with their partner. Apparently, for this guy, they do. Okay.
And they would be the feminine
Yeah.
ones. And so when did it go to you dealing with men,
Trans.
right, men that dress
Well,
like, or, you know, whatever,
I
like
came
women?
downtown before the pine closed, and I saw this trend. I thought it was a real woman at first,
Mm.
cause this like I ain't know nothing about trends. I just thought it was all gays.
Right.
And I saw this. I mean, she was fine as hell. And then when I found out she was a man, I was like, damn, what the fuck? And then I was like,
So when
shit.
you approached her as a woman, was you gay then?
No, I didn't approach her. I walked past her. I was like,
Okay, so even though you was gay, you was still attracted to
well, I saw
the feminine aesthetic?
I didn't know there was a man.
Right.
But
So then
she
you
had the titties,
right.
the ass.
That's what I'm saying. So you
when
was
I
still
found out it was a man, I'm like,
I get
Am I
that,
curious?
but
so
what
I
I'm trying to
did
figure out
was-
is
okay,
it sounds like you still had attraction.
to women,
Right.
but she had like a masculine look.
Okay, so
So
you could tell.
what I did was, there's a place where all the transgender hang at.
Okay.
So I was like, shit. And then that's when I first had sex with a trans. And then I was like, then I got opened up to where trans are and how to talk to a trans. And I was like, shit.
What's the difference? What's the difference between that and, you know,
Well,
gay
okay.
sex?
They still have a masculine look, but it's soft.
Okay.
So I guess it's not like a real woman. You could tell the difference.
Right. Okay. So
now I'm like, I know, cause you know.
so that became like your preference or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. Okay.
So, you know.
So real quick, let's just start from the beginning real quick. Where you from, man?
I'm from Atlanta,
You from here?
West Side.
I ain't gonna lie, I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
No, I'm from Atlanta, but
Okay, I
it
ain't mad
really
at
doesn't
it.
matter where you from.
Now, why would he be hoping that he wouldn't say that he's from Atlanta? Atlanta is one of the meccas for this type of behavior. Okay, this is the home of it. It started in San Francisco, I believe. I believe like the big gay culture came from San Fran and then, you know, kind of pivoted to like New York and then down to Atlanta and I believe Texas as well. Okay, so why wouldn't Marcus, the interviewer, believe that he wouldn't be from Atlanta? Atlanta is the hub for this type of hubba bubba. Okay. Like and subscribe. Become a Tea Talk Triber today. You're going to love it here. Please drop your teacups in the chat. Let me know where you stand on this commentary from this black man saying that because he got cheated on a lot as a teenager, it made him go from straight to gay. Chad says, everyone know how gay TL get down. Okay, you heard me.
It's just that more people are open here.
Yeah, that's why that's what I was about to say. A lot of people move here, who feel and live this lifestyle. A lot of people move here because they know that they'll be more accepted here versus
And you
probably
know,
in their
I got
hometown
more
or
friends
whatever.
being who I am, and ain't nobody like, oh man, you weird this.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you that.
listen, one thing about it, man, we appreciate authenticity no matter what. So that's why people like Shamar are famous and stuff like that, because he's just being himself.
Yeah.
Right? And so, hey, man, most people can appreciate a real, authentic person no matter what they got going on versus some phony. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't like that phony shit.
No.
Okay, so you grew up here in Atlanta.
Well, I'm born here in Atlanta.
You born here in Atlanta.
Yes.
Where'd you grow up at?
Well, I was born in Dixie Hill
Okay.
on the sofa. Didn't make it to the hospital.
Okay.
And I raised up in defects.
Why did you ever get explanation as to why your parents didn't raise you or whatever?
Well, my mother was on drugs. My daddy left, and then my mama got hooked on drugs. So I thought she was giving us away, but as I got older, I figured out why.
What age do you remember this, or were you told this?
Okay, so now he's giving us more content to understand why he was misguided and misunderstood about his sexuality. He really didn't have, you know, any type of example, you know, foster homes and things like that. He just didn't get any type of real examples. Who knows? This young man may have been fondled Unfortunately, those things do happen in circumstances like that. Our defect system is fucked. So, unfortunately, this young black man just really went down through there. As I said, though, instinctually, just from an experience of women that were unfaithful, that turns you to now wanting men. I'm not really quite believing that theory. I think, like he said, he was always curious and he just got, to the point where, okay, pressure bust pipes. Now it's time for my pipe to bust some pressure.
Oh, so this happened happened into child. You knew your mom. You grew up with your mom.
I know who she is. She just passed April 10th.
Man, that's around the same time that
3 days after my birthday.
And that's April, it sounds like, is when you also became homeless.
Yeah. I became homeless at the end of January, February, March. And that's when I stopped smoking also. So right now I'm 8 months clean.
Okay, I'm to my heart or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we picking up on some, extracurricular activities with this fellow as well. So we do know that extracurricular activities, I'm not going to say DRUGS on my YouTube channel because we are working on, keeping this channel as clean as possible. Okay. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about the T's that need to be talked about. Those things can definitely alter your mind and put you in a euphoric state to where you'll dang near do anything for them. And, sucking, gawking can become something that you do to satisfy your habit. Okay, so congratulations to this young man on his clean journey. We're going to pray that, he gets the help and services that he needs in his community to hopefully stay on the better path of life, of not falling into these unfortunate pitfalls.
Marijuana.
When did you start smoking hard?
I was 21 or 22.
What made you start doing that?
Well, I was dating this older woman, and she put it in a cigarette.
Ooh, did she tell you?
It up. No, nope.
That is the way they get you. So please be very careful with the social circles and people that you're hanging around that are seedy and unsavory, because they will do things like that to you. They will lace you, and your bootstraps will come completely untied. So please, T-Talk tribers, I love y'all over here, and I want to see y'all safe and staying sipping.
I ain't know what the fuck was going on.
That's wild.
So I kind of, after several months, she came and told me, and then I was like, man, you lying. Because I'm still smoking weed, but it ain't really getting me high like it used to. So one day I experimented, and I had that same feeling.
Wow.
So one day I was scrounging around for cans, and I hit her in the head with a shitty diaper.
You got hit in the head with
I hit her in the head with a shitty diaper.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was digging in the trash can for cans, right?
So is this your first time being homeless or whatever?
Not really.
Okay. Not really. Okay, so this has been like something that's been
This
on
is
and
like
off.
my third, maybe fourth time.
Wow.
Because I'm always staying with somebody, but this would be my first time with my name on the lease as head of household.
Wow, at 45.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Black men, we got to stop just going and doing anything for any reason. Waking up in treason. This black man has never had his own home. He's been bed hopping from transsexual to transsexual all his life. He's now 45 years old. Let this be a cautionary tale, okay? 2, get into the best social circles that you can and fixate and focus on yourself. It ain't always about, sleeping with somebody or attaching yourself to, the wrong energies, because it could up your life for the rest of your life. This man is now 45 years old and starting at the bottom. Now he's still there.
I lived in a rooming house for 12 years. Then I had stayed in another one for, I'm gonna say 7 8, maybe 7, 8 years. So it ain't like my habit really just.
Okay, let's sip these teas. What's a rooming house? I'm unaware. What's a rooming house? Because I don't know. Is that some sort of a shelter? A rooming house is a residential building where individual rooms are rented out to 3 or more unrelated people who typically share common areas like kitchens and bathrooms. Oh, like a boarding house. Okay, I've heard of those. These properties offer affordable, often furnished lodging for single adults with management frequently provided by an owner or an operator. So occupants rent specific rooms rather than an entire apartment or a house. So it makes it a little bit more accommodatable for people to stay in these rooming houses, okay? The dwelling is shared by individuals who are not related. Residents generally share kitchens, bathrooms, and sometimes the living area, often used to budget conscious tenants requiring flexible furnished accommodation. So Chad says, a house you stay in that you rent one room out of the house, share bathroom and the kitchen. Chad said a homosexual all his life. This guy has never had any type of real stability. So, while he's saying women put him in a situation where he felt it would be, better effectively for him all the way around to date men, it seems like men have not even given him any type of advantages either in relationships as well. Okay, let's take note of that.
Kept me out here. I did try to pay my rent on time and keep food and support my habit.
Well, why do you think you couldn't do it?
Well, I did.
Okay, you did it for a while is what you're saying.
But at the same time, my habit still got in the way of, like, sometimes, like, every now and then it'll be a case where I be short on rent.
I got you.
Because I want to smoke.
I got you, man. So, so growing up.
Well, let that be the reason. He's now claiming that he's 8 months clean. He don't look the worst, right? I've seen people on these drugs that look, rode away hard and put away wet. Okay, and he doesn't appear to be that. So prayerfully, he is on a cleansing journey from hard substances. Okay, but the hard substances will take you completely out of your element, where you don't even care about having a floor and walls and ceiling, or food, or suitable accommodations to keep yourself clean, to where you even care about putting up your rent money, to continue to acquire your dwelling. So prayerfully he gets that back on some type of a track, because he's 45 years old. I don't know if he's never had a lease. He should have, some type of credit, or I don't know, maybe not, because just because he ain't been, lived on in his own place, don't mean that other people have not taken advantage of the fact that he ain't never had nothing. So, zero credit can also get you things too, but he's likely to not have any evictions on his record. Okay, so, but we got to start somewhere, right? That he needs a trade. You need to look over there, get the paper over there, look up a trade, and start catching some dogs. Okay, like and subscribe. Become a Tea Talk Triber today. You're going to love it here. This guy says that he went from dating women to dating men because he was being cheated on by real women at the tender young age of 18. Chad says he's been on the streets of Atlanta his whole life. How he know about trans liar? Right.
Anything like ever happened to you or anything like that? Any type of sexual trauma?
Yeah, I was raped as a child.
At what age?
Oh, 3.
3?
I told you, and I'm very, very, very sorry to hear those circumstances occur to this man. Yeah, when your kids are in, bad placements due to our very bad, messed up DFAC system out here, they take kids and put them in worse situations, or, situations that have no hope whatsoever. Instead of attempting to at least try to get parents together, you make more money in the DFAC system by having children in them. Okay, they create all types of programs and things like that. The Trump has to come now and what you call it, like break them down and chop them up and find the fraud. Okay, so unfortunately he fell into those unfortunate situations, and he was taken advantage of as a child. Very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
What happened?
My mom was staying with a friend, and her 2 sons had their way with me. And this is kind of like...
Wait a minute, Becky. His mother put him into these very unfortunate situations. So it was best that they came and removed him from his mother, because he definitely, would have went through a lot more unfortunate situations, could have probably been unalived as a 3-year-old being aped by, 2 boys. That can unalive a child. Okay, so his mother needs to definitely rot in a hell on earth. Chad says, I don't remember being 3. Well, I do in shades, maybe snapshots. I don't have one full memory from 3 years old. Don't believe it. Chad says, you don't believe it. I as well. Like, I remember things in like moments, but not like full storylines. So yeah, if that did occur, good, he got removed from her and she needs to rot in him.
First time I really was open with this.
This is the first time?
I never told my mother this. Yeah, she don't know to this day. She know now because she up there watching.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
All right, remember T-Talk Tribers, if you want this show to go ad-free, like, subscribe, and continue to watch the whole video.
Okay, what is it that made you disclose that right now for the first time?
I don't know. You asked.
I tell you what.
What's wrong with me?
I tell you what, it's just as simple as asking.
I mean, I ain't the only one.
No, you're not. You're not. I've done thousands of these interviews, and I can tell you that the more and more I do it, the more I realize how much this happens.
The more people can figure out how to help people deal with things that happen to them.
What effect do you think that had on you?
It had a big effect because I suffer from paranoia. And I have trust issues. I have very big trust issues.
Do you think?
So it's like I hate people. I don't like being around large crowds.
That's so funny because every time I see you, you're like...
That's fake.
That's a mask?
I try to stay by myself, but I'm homeless. So if I want to know something or if I want something, guess what? I'm going to still have to deal with people. But I don't deal with a large number of people.
Okay.
I deal with certain people.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? And I keep it moving.
Right.
But as far as like hanging with a crew...
See, I would have thought you had this big overstated personality the way I see you. And every time...
I've had a lot of people
man,
say,
what you gonna do me?
I try to stay positive about the whole situation.
Hey, listen, man.
Because if it was really up to me, I'd probably be down there at Hurt Park right now. Ain't nobody down there.
Right.
That used to be my hangout spot. Okay. But I can't be closed up forever.
Woo.
So I guess you could say I'm taking steps into figuring out who to trust and who not to trust. Instead of just not trusting nobody.
Right.
Because there are people still out here that's got a good heart and willing to be real friends and tell you right and wrong.
I tell you what, man. I'm going to ask the inevitable question that people are going to have in their head. Do you think that what happened to you in childhood affected your sexuality choices when you got older?
Nope. I don't think it did. Because the most powerful thing we have is choice. So you gonna...
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know people that have had that happen to and then they are heterosexual. You know what I'm saying?
It's a choice we make.
Okay.
Because when my ex would walk the beat, and some of these people who I see macho men, man, I'll beat the sister up.
Right.
And I catch them
They're
behind.
the ones pulling up.
Catch them in the alley getting the dick sucked. and they got a girlfriend.
So what was it?
Whoa, that was some teas he spilled. He said that he be seeing these hardcore guys or whatever, like, yeah, ninja, I wish a hoe would. And the next thing you know, he sees them somewhere in a dark alley with a man. Women, please be careful dating out here. He said, and they got a whole girlfriend at home. We have all heard the telltale stories of, men being on the down low and stuff. And we are getting firsthand accounts of people that are seeing it and knowing that it's happening out here in real time. Okay, story time, sideline. I was dating a guy back in my early 20s, just dating. And he had a secret. People were telling me, like, Tanisha, do you not see a little twinge in him? And I'm like, no, like he just likes to keep his hair very fine, you know what I'm saying? Very well groomed. He's never, out of pocket, out of step in any way. He was just like a well-to-do, well put together man. I never took him for a switch hitter until I caught him switch hitting. Okay, so they do be on the down low. They very much so use women as covers. I guess they call them, what do they call them? Beards? And it happens. It does happen. So be more cautious and careful, and really, looking at, certain aspects of men today. I'm a little bit better at, being able to recognize when, if in fact a man is showing me signs that he may go the other way. So, but then sometimes men, like he said, they can put on a good, persona, their representation of themselves, but be a completely different person in another way. So yeah, like and subscribe.
Anybody that you ever knew, recognized, anybody that we would know?
Yeah.
Like who?
I'm not gonna say who, but you see him every day.
Out here?
Out here, walking past you, thugged out, gangstered up. Yeah.
What? Oh,
now,
man.
If I was to say names,
well, you guys
kill me.
Right. And I don't want you, because I'm sure that half the people in the park are gonna say
but
this.
It be.
You know who you are, whoever you are.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
And I'm probably one of the few that say, yeah, I done seen him do it. I had one, try to pay me every time he see me. I don't know why he got paranoid every time he saw me.
What?
Yeah. I caught him in a bando.
Ooh, he's got teas for days. Y'all go over there to Atlanta Street Interviews. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to this show. I'm going to continue to drop teas on this channel because it's hot, right? He said he's got guys that be trying to pay him to keep his secrets. Could it be your man? Is it your man, ladies? Okay, could it be your man? Who's to say? However, he says that he's catching these guys, right? These gangsters, or however have you, men that are representing in the community to be, a manly man and not